Hi, I'm Lauren, Fix the Car Coach, and welcome to His Turn, Her Turn. Today, we are reviewing the 2016 Kia Sorento with my good friend and co-host, Mark Elias.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you.
This is the third generation Kia Sorento, and we're in Reno, Nevada, the biggest little city in the world, to find out more about it.
We're going to be test driving this vehicle on some of the roads that you might be driving usually with curves, and we've actually been to the factory where they first built this vehicle.
In West Point, Georgia?
West Point, Georgia. Yeah, it actually made a city come alive from a ghost town, so I have to give Kia credit for that. This is not just another generation. I think there's a lot of changes in here, not just engines.
A lot of changes.
Yeah.
From an additional engine to supplement the two that were already out. All-wheel drive, totally refined interior. It's come a long way.
Some of the key things that I always talk about is seating comfort and visibility, and we'll definitely discuss that too.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Let's go.
Every time I look at a car that I'm driving and testing, I kind of put myself in the mindset of an owner. Is this a car that I can buy? I'm looking at the steering, the power, the quietness. I'm watching the road too. And at the end of the day, there's a lot going for it.
As a passenger in the 2016 Kia Sorento, I really love all the glass. I mean, this is probably one of the largest panoramic roofs that's out there in the class. Seating comfort is good, and I always complain about no lumbar, but this one doesn't have lumbar on the passenger side. It is an all-wheel drive. It is a premium loaded, and we are driving the turbo model. This is the new engine for Kia.
So this is only a 5-passenger.
Right, and they do have them with third row, which is nice because a lot of people have 2 kids and they want to bring their friends along with them. But as a passenger, it's so quiet in here.
Extremely quiet.
Which is really unusual. We were earlier listening to the sound system, which is the Infinity sound system. It's made by Harman.
600 watts?
Yeah, in this category, it's pretty impressive. And the new UVO screen is huge. It's got, of course, HD radio and Sirius XM, which is standard. And, of course, you can download those apps.
All the apps are, I mean, it's boggling what's available, so don't take your hands off the wheel either, kids.
Yeah. But there are a lot of controls on the steering wheel, the voice to talk and the sound, and what else is over there, Mark?
You have mode selection, so you can switch from AM, FM to satellite radio to MP3 sources. Then there's a little screen that's in the center of the speedometer, and there's a page button that allows you to step through, and you can do everything from see your compass in the middle of your gauges to checking your maintenance on the car, trip odometers, A and B mode, mileage, so you get an instantaneous readout of how your mileage is going. Of course, the cruise control, which is adaptive cruise control, and you can adjust the buttons to track your following distance, to space you between cars according to where your comfort level is.
The new interior is quite impressive. It's larger than the previous generation. One of the things, when we opened the door, first thing we thought is, wow, look at this interior color. It's called Merlot.
Merlot is one of my favorite drinks. It's
nice to see that Kia has stepped up their game, more sophisticated, more elegance, more detail, soft touch dash, door panels.
The trunk is very high quality. It's clearly a step above what they've done before, and with the little chrome fitting hooks to tie things down, it shows that they're paying attention to detail. There's underfloor storage. There's no spare tire on this. There's a jack and an inflator. I guess changing a tire is a lost art these days.
Well, most people don't know how to do it, so they buy a tire inflation product and a compressor or whatever comes with the car, or they call road service.
Road service.
Yeah. Well, there is road service that comes with Kia, by the way.
Okay.
When you buy a new Kia product, you do get with 3 years, I believe it said they were saying. And of course, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, which is why people are buying Kia and Hyundai product.
It's almost like there's no longer a cost to Kia for that 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty because the cars are so good these days.
And the front, of course, has the heated steering wheel. It has the ventilated and the heated seats. And, of course, the controls are a lot cleaner than they were, too. I have to give them a lot of credit. There's been a huge change, and it's part of their new design studio. The premium model is the SXL, which starts at $41,300. We are currently test driving the V6, which is what, 3.3 liter?
3.3 liter V6, yes.
Right. And this has stability control, traction control, lane change departure, Quite a bit of safety features. I have to give it a lot of credit. Pretty much what everybody else has. Cross traffic alert. I really like the grip of the steering wheel. Excellent visibility, excellent seating comfort in the driver's seat of the 14-way power driver's seat. The vehicle itself, I think, handles well. Great stability. The new geometry on the suspension and the whole setup of this vehicle is 3 inches longer. It's got 3 inches more width.
More width, more length,
right.
And 3 inches stretch in the wheelbase.
In the wheelbase too, right?
That adds to the back seat leg room, and on and on.
You can really feel the difference in this vehicle. It's more precise. I mean, it's certainly not a sloppy suspension. It's controlled. I think if you own this vehicle, you need to go with the 6-cylinder. I think you need the 6-cylinder engine. And maybe it's not about the fuel economy at 21 miles per gallon. It's about having the utility, the comfort. The third row seating is great. It's 50-50 split in the third row. The second row is a 60-40. And one of the things that we did like, I think we really liked, is the power outlets. It's something we're all power hungry.
Yes.
In the back, there are 2 regular outlets as well as a household, which is great.
I love that.
Right, and up front we've got 2 more, plus a USB and an auxiliary. So plus you can do Bluetooth.
You can do all sorts of things.
I guess the whole thing opens, as you can see.
So let's
goes
see.
all the way back.
Look at
if you
that.
really want to, that's pretty big.
That's quite large.
Yeah, so and this is a really nice roof. I would say this is probably one of the largest ones in the segment. I think Ford has a pretty good sized one too, so I think it's right up there. Cool. I honestly, I think they did a really nice job. The only negatives is we keep coming back to is the performance. So the engine
performance of the inline 4-cylinder
turbo, which needs more boost. That's all it really needs.
On the other hand, though, when you're at speed, let's say you're passing a big rig or some other 18-wheeler or some slow lollygagging drivers, the thing just gets out of its own way. And because the turbo's already running, and it's just a matter of spooling up a little faster.
Right.
All of a sudden, you have all the power you need to make that move. But from
the range of the torque really needs to change a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. When you're in a 0 to 60 situation, like a metered on-ramp, then you have issues. And it's something that should be fixed, costing no money to the manufacturer and hopefully no money to the buyer.
So this is something that you as a buyer need to do. Take these vehicles, drive them, compare them, see what fits in your garage, see what fits your lifestyle.
See what fits for you.
Right, and every car is different. As P.T. Barnum says, end quote, there's a butt for every seat.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he actually did. Okay, so we've test driven the Kia Sorento. I think they hit almost every single thing. It's a very competitive marketplace. I wish it had a little more power in the turbo and the lumbar for me. I don't know what you find your negatives.
The turbo was basically the negative. There's plenty of power from the V6. It's a buyer's market right now. There's a lot of choices out there. This is a good one, though.
Absolutely, I agree. Kia makes a great product, 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and road service. So I've always liked their product, but I have to say this is just one step more. Kia did a great job. Now, for more information, you can go to my website, laurenfix.com. Follow me on Twitter @LaurenFix, and of course on our YouTube channel.
And I'm at leftlanenews.com, where I'm the first drive editor. And you can also see some of my photography at markeliasphoto.com.
He's a great photographer too. Thanks for joining us.